Well, it's a long way from St. Bernard Parish to the Bahamas, but Sidney Torres is making that trip, and he wants you to join him.
And it's really warm and nice there. You know, most of us remember him as the garbage king who cleaned up the French Quarter after Hurricane Katrina, and he did it in style. Now Sidney Torres has a new venture in the Bahamas on the island of Eleuthera, and he's doing this in style too.
They look like rock stars, Sidney Torres and his fiancée Jennifer Savoy. And when you fly on Sidney's private plane, you feel like a rock star too. We're heading to the Bahamas, to the island of Eleuthera. It's an almost uninhabited island with the gray waters of the Atlantic on one side and the blue-green Caribbean on the other.
When Armstrong got to the moon, he said there's two places that he could see, the Great Wall of China and the water of the Bahamas. And I really understand why he said that, because and you'll be able to see the same thing. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You can see straight down to the bottom.
When you land on Eleuthera, you can take a Jeep to where we're going. But better yet, a seaplane will take you right onto the beach. But before we land, let's back up a second. The last time we saw Sidney Torres, he was cleaning up the French Quarter. But then he sold his garbage company and started looking for something new to do. And what he found in the Bahamas is a long way from his family's roots in St. Bernard Parish. Are you ready to get your feet wet?
Okay, gentlemen.
When we said we'd like to see Sidney's latest project, he took care of everything with more than we could have imagined. A rum punch in a coconut chopped from a tree that morning. Fresh conch pulled right out of the shell.
This is how a conch looks before it's clean.
And a band doing what they call a junkanoo. It's like a second line, sashaying on the sand. The resort is called the Cove. Built in the 1960s, it was past its prime when Sidney bought it last year. And nearly every day since then, he's been rebuilding it to match his vision, his way.
I've enjoyed this last year being here, creating this beautiful piece of property and making it special and getting ready to offer it to the rest of the world.
What the world will find here is a gentle breeze and irresistibly warm water. Let's look at the numbers. The Cove opens March 1st, and rooms range in price from less than $200 a night to $6,000. So what do you get for $6 grand? Well, it wasn't finished, but here's the idea.
This was all jungle, and just came back here with a machete, and I walked back and laid out the first space in the bush, and then went further back and created the kitchen, and then put the pool in.
That's right, a private pool in your own private 3-bedroom villa. It comes with a private butler, too.
Whenever I get into something, I have to do something that I'm really passionate about, that I love, and that, you know, I really care about. And this is a place that I care about.
Pretty nice, huh?
Incredible.
Tomorrow night, we're going to take you inside one of the completely finished luxury cottages and show you a luxury meal to die for. Plus, the lovely woman who may be the first to get married and probably will be at that luxury resort.
A couple of things here. That conch was still alive as it pulled out. What does conch taste like? I've never had conch.
Well, I want to say it tastes like chicken, but much better than, you know, it was great. It was great.
All right. And also, it looks really affordable, starting at less than $200 a night, up to $6 grand. What's the difference there? Big difference.
That's part of Sidney Torres' vision in this. He wants New Orleans to come. He wants New Orleans to be part of his market, and he wants it to be so that people can say, look, I don't have that much to spend, but I'd like to spend a day or two. What can you do for me? So he's got people on standby at the reservations desk to make it affordable.
Got to get out there.
Oh, man. Awesome.
All right.
And second part tomorrow.
All right. What are you doing here, buddy?
Well, normally Susie, you know, she would be doing the, you know, she would be doing her thing here.
Right.
But it seems that Susie's become attached to her Bahamian lifestyle, so now Susie's in the Bahamas doing the weather. Hey, Susie.
You have a problem with that, gentlemen?
Not at all.
You won't have a problem when you see that on the island of Eleuthera, which is Greek for freedom, by the way. It is a sunny 73 degrees. Isn't that wonderful? Just off Florida, real easy to get to, and such a... Oh, you wanted me to do the two-day forecast for you?
We kind of want the two-day forecast.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, here in New Orleans, it's going to be 60 degrees and partly sunny. And then Thursday, it's going to be 70 degrees and mostly cloudy with afternoon showers and thunderstorms. And then tomorrow, Jeff, you're going to be for Hump Day Happy Hour at the Swamp Room on Veterans. But you know, really, guys, back to the Bahamas, right?
Yes, of course.
This is what we really care about. This is where we were. But it is more than an island escape. It has the heart and soul of New Orleans' own Sidney Torres.
Yeah, go on both sides and wrap it around to the beach.
Think you'll find Sidney Torres sitting behind a desk? No way.
I like to kind of feel the land and see what belongs in certain areas and then kind of create around what I feel is right. Instead of getting someone to lay out a plan and say, oh, this goes here, that goes there, this is what you should build, this is the color it should be. My feeling has always been feel it from inside in your gut and then work through that. And then once you're finished, I think you'll end up with what you really want instead of having somebody else do it for you.
What he wants is just this side of paradise. A luxury resort in the Bahamas.
Beautiful kitchen with the outdoor-indoor dining area. We have G monogram appliances that are going in here, so very high-end appliances.
Sidney is the general contractor, but his fiancée, Jennifer Savoy, has sort of become the interior decorator.
I think we just learned each other.
As long as she just says yes, she's all right.
Right, yeah, right. No, I think it's the other way around. We just learned to work well together.
They know what they like and what they don't like. No jet skis, no parasailing, no late-night limbo parties. Just sun, sand, and sea.
So what do you get when you add simplicity to luxury? Well, let's check it out.
All the rooms are designed for complete comfort, with an attention to detail, every detail, inside and out.
Even the grass is new. Sidney wanted to make sure that your toes would have a nice trip right down to the sand.
When we were there, Sidney was still rolling out the green carpet, 500 pallets of cashmere zoysia. But when the sun goes down, the candles come out, and so does the food, served in an elegant open-air restaurant. By the way, this is what they call a crawfish in the Bahamas. It's sensory overload, but what a way to go. If you come to the Cove, your chair in the sand will be waiting, and so will a man who says his heart is in two places at once.
New Orleans will always be my home, but this is my second home. For 20 years, I've really enjoyed coming here, and I really enjoyed being in the Bahamas. It's very comfortable here, and the people are great. It reminds me a lot of New Orleans, and I just like not having the city life. It's kind of nice to be here in the jungle and be able to have the waters and the fishing and all the nature. It's a great, beautiful country.
Incredible. My goodness.
So neat, and they work so... Am I supposed to take my glasses off now?
So you're still stuck. As Jeff said, you are way into this Bahamas thing.
Oh, boy.
So how much Sidney Torres has to fly in to make this all work?
That's the thing. He has to fly in, for instance, a wonderful filet mignon. They flew in marble from Italy.
Wow.
Glass from Germany. And get this. The best air conditioning system on the whole planet from St. Bernard Parish.
Oh, yeah, from the parish.
Yeah, so again, this Cove officially opens March 1st with Aaron Neville performing.
That's
awesome.
They
don't skimp on things there.
Yeah.
And the resort has already booked a wedding party for August, but that might not be the first wedding at the Cove because Sidney and Jennifer will probably be the first to get married. They plan to get married there first.
Well, it's beautiful. I mean, they're putting it all together. They deserve to be the first couple.
I think so. They've worked so hard. They have both worked so hard.
Beautiful.
And we're so grateful to have gotten a chance to go.
Yeah. Take your co-host next time.
I will.